I hope this video helps. Please check out the playlist, Evidence for Christianity, Evidence for the Bible, End Times, and the Book of Revelation. I'll leave links in the description for all four. Enjoy. So this company sent me this water leak detector to do a review video on. It says hub required. I already have the hub. I'm going to show you how to set that all up and connect this to it and show you that it actually works. I'll leave an Amazon link in the description for this product. I am an Amazon associate, so I do earn from any qualifying purchases when using my link. So here's everything we have. We got the water detection sensor, we got the communication module, the charger for the communication module, this pin that we're going to need in order to get it to connect to the hub, Velcro for being able to connect this somewhere on the wall or whatever, and then your instructions. Let's get it hooked up. I want to start by letting my communication module charge up all the way. It's charging right now. See the red light, and then when the red light goes away, it's done. Alright, we got the app, so let's go ahead and get the device set up, and then we'll go ahead and move forward with the setup of the app. I got the display here, and it's set up with the power cable and the mounting bracket, and it connects to the mounting bracket magnetically. So you could take it off and connect it to slap it on whatever you want, as long as it's a magnetic surface. And let's go ahead and plug in our display. Cool. Looks nice. So now it's telling us to download the smart app, and then it gives us the information about the device. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and get started. You can create a profile, which I'm going to do. Hit login. Since I don't have one, I'm going to create a new account. Alright, so I got it set up, and it sent me an email. Now I'm going to enter the code. Alright, we successfully registered. Now we're going to log in. So we're logged in now. I'm going to change my profile name, my nickname. Alright, now we're at Justin's house. Got the profile nickname set up. Alright, now we got our account set up. Let's go to home. Let's hit the plus sign up at the top right. Add device. So this is a hub that I have. It's the H5-Lite. So now we can click on the hub for the Wi-Fi hub H5-Lite. So it's currently in setup mode because that's where we left off. We need to allow it to whatever. So now it's scanning. Oh yeah, there it goes. That's the one. So now we get to set up a Wi-Fi. So select your Wi-Fi. And next. On the device itself, it's actually showing it setting up the Wi-Fi now. Alright. And it's done. The kitchen. Alright, add room. Yay, there we go. Their hub is set up in the kitchen. Hit next. That's it right there. Alright, it is connected. So while I was connecting it, this was going through all kinds of fun stuff. And it was blinking this light, and it was setting up everything here through the Wi-Fi. It set itself all up to this. So it has a correct time, the correct day, and that is great. It even shows the weather. Wow. All done charging and ready for setup. If you want to support my channel, leave a super thanks below, or you can join Robinhood through a link that I'll leave in the description, and we'll both get a free stock, or you can purchase the products through a link in the description. I'll get a little commission. Continue watching. Let's go ahead and get it connected to the app and hub now. Go ahead and flip this back. Then you see that tiny hole there? Poke that. Hold it for a second, and then you get this blue light blinking, and now we can connect it to the app. As you can see, I already got my temperature probes all connected. So click on the plus sign in the top right. Add device. This one is the SW2 water sensor, water leak sensor. Click on that. The indicator light is flashing currently, so check mark that little circle and then hit next. Now it's searching for it. Alright, it found it. Done. Now you can mark where it is. I'll show you some good spots that are good for a water leak detector. Change the name. Now I got a water leak detector. Let's test out the sensor. Alright, now let's connect the sensor to the communication module. And the way the sensor works is if it senses continuity between these two probes, it's going to set off the alarm. Water in general is usually conductive because it has minerals and stuff in it, but if it's just pure water, it's not. But let's go ahead and get my finger wet and see if it detects that. Alright, my finger's wet. Whoa! It beeped there. Let's see what the app says. So there you can see the two notifications that the water leak was detected and cleared. And there you can also see I got two email alerts. One was that the water leak was detected and one that it was cleared. So basically a water leak detector is good for anywhere you have water. Let's say under the sink maybe? Under your dishwasher? Behind your fridge? Behind the toilet? Mine is going to go on the floor behind the washing machine. The drip pan for your hot water heater? Or next to your fish tank if you're worried that's going to leak? Now this place would be an excellent place to have one. I don't need it here because I already got that sensor that's going to shut off my air conditioner if it starts detecting water. But this is the drip pan underneath the air handler for the air conditioner. There should never be any water in this. Basically, you would get a bunch of condensation buildup that's not draining out the drain because you got a clog. And then it'll start flowing into this drip pan. You don't want that. Because if the drip pan starts getting full of water, it'll leak onto your ceiling and then drip onto the ceiling, and then you got a water damage problem. But if you got a water leak detector, you can see when this kind of happens and be able to stop it. But I already have a sensor that would shut off the air conditioner if it started to detect water, so I'm good there. So when you're situating this sensor, it's got a hole right there that you can put a screw through in order to hold it into place so that it can detect exactly where you want it to. So I got mine mounted right back here where the washing machine drain and fill hoses are, and I just have the cable hanging to the point that the sensor itself is just, the two prongs are touching the floor, so if there's a puddle of water down there, it's going to detect it. I might, next time we get the washing machine moved out of the way, just kind of put a screw in order to keep the sensor right at the correct level so that it'll be flush with the floor all the time and I won't have to worry about it not making contact with water. But right now it's hanging perfectly so that the sensor probe, the two metal prongs are they're both touching the floor, so it should pick up any puddles that are down there. So I went ahead and triggered the water leak sensor, and there you can see the hub blinks a red light. You can also make the hub beep, but the sensor communication module beeps pretty loud. But there it says there's a water leak. You can get your hub to make an alarm beep, and that's by going into the app and then clicking on the water leak detector, and then go up to the top right and go to the settings, and then alarm settings, and then click on the hub beep, and then check mark, and then it's on, and then hit save. But I'm going to shut that off because we don't exactly need it, because that alarm itself on the detector itself is pretty loud. Yeah, I think beep's pretty loud. And then the weather we can set up. There we go. So once we get our home management set up for the location, we can do that. So if you want your display to show your weather, you got to set the current location. So in this menu, go to My Home, Home Management Settings, and then Home, and then My Home, or whatever you named it to. Alright, so in the app you can see in the top there that it does show your temperature and your chance for precipitation there in the top left. Right there's the new home, right in front of the TV. We've been wanting something here that shows the time right in front of the TV. I love it. So I'm back at my display module and I want to see the weather. So it's currently selected on weather. You can move it around and select whatever option you want there. But there's the weather. I'm going to push in on the rotary switch there. Alright, there's my weather. Sweet. So now I can just leave that up and be able to see the time and weather. So I absolutely love this display. It fits in with the living room and it magnetically attaches to the TV stand. So let's say your probe got disconnected. What does it do? So there you can see the notification for the freezer device probe disconnected from the device body. and then the notification that the freezer device probe is connected back to the device body. So it sends you a notification when you lose a probe. Now I move my outside sensor out of range so that I can see what happens if it loses communication with one of the modules, like the outside one. You'll get a notification for that too from the app and by email. So now I'm going to simulate what happens if you lose power. I'm just going to unplug the hub basically. Power's off. I'm now getting a notification and an email saying it's offline. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. And if you want to connect with me, I have a public group on MeWe called Share Your Trade. And I have an Instagram. Links are in the description. Thanks for watching.